If you're into anime or video games, you've definitely run into the Kitsune, the Japanese fox spirit. I mean, they're everywhere, right? Usually they're portrayed as these super clever, powerful, and let's be honest, often really cute shapeshifters. But what if I told you that the image we all know and love is hiding a much darker, way more profound truth? Let's dive in.
Okay, so just look at this contrast. On the one hand, you've got the modern pop culture version, a cute, magical fox. But then you look back at these serious scholarly texts from 17th century Japan, and you find something totally different. The kitsune was seen as a mirror for our own inner flaws, a living symbol of a universal law. This isn't just some fantasy creature, it's a deep philosophical lesson.
And that really begs the question, doesn't it? What is the real story behind the fox spirit? To figure that out, we have to go back in time and uncover a secret that's been hiding in an ancient text.
So our guide for this is a 17th century scholar named Yamaoka Genrin, and in his work, the Kokun Hyaku Monogatari Hyoban, he wasn't just interested in telling spooky stories. No, he wanted to understand the mechanics of the supernatural. He had this amazing theory about how the fox's illusions actually work.
According to Genrin, the first piece of the puzzle is something called yin energy. He believed that as these foxes live for centuries, they just naturally build up this dark, powerful spiritual energy. It's not magic, not like a wizard casting a spell. It's more like a natural force they learn to control.
And here's the crucial part, how this energy is actually used. See, the fox doesn't just cast a spell on you. The whole process needs a collaborator, and that collaborator is you. When your mind is all clouded up with strong emotions, greed, fear, desire, it creates a kind of mental gap, a vulnerability. The fox's yin energy flows right into that gap and projects an illusion directly into your brain. So in other words, the fox's power only works if you give it an opening.
And this is where Genrin takes things from psychology to straight-up philosophy. He says this mental gap isn't just a small weakness, it's a crack in how we understand the universe itself. And to show just how deep this stuff runs, he brings up a famous Buddhist parable about a Zen master whose own mental gap led to a punishment that lasted for centuries.
So the story goes that way back when, a monk got arrogant. He started teaching that if you become enlightened, you're so powerful that you can basically break free from the universal laws of cause and effect, the laws of karma. This was one single huge mistake.
And the consequence was staggering. For that one false teaching, the universe itself punished him by forcing his soul to be reborn as a wild fox spirit for 500 lifetimes in a row. An almost unimaginable sentence for a single mistake, which just goes to show that nobody, not even a holy man, is above this cosmic law.
Now what's really fascinating here is the core concept, inga. This is the Japanese word for a principle that many of you, especially if you're familiar with philosophies from India, will recognize instantly. It's karma. It's that unbreakable cosmic law that says every action, every single thought has a consequence. The monk wasn't punished by some angry god. He was punished by the natural balancing of the universe itself.
So what on earth does a punished monk have to do with a trickster fox? Well, in this final part, we're going to see how these two big ideas, the psychological trick and the philosophical law, come together to reveal what the kitsune really is.
So, what is the truth? It's pretty clear it's not just a magical animal. It's a symbol for our own delusions. In a way, it's the physical form that karma takes when we let that gap open in our minds. The fox is basically a mirror, reflecting our own inner state, all the greed, the fear, and the desires that we carry around inside us.
Okay, so if this creature is really just a reflection of our own minds, a physical form of our own weaknesses, then where does it actually live? Where do we go to find this shape-shifting spirit?
The monster isn't out there hiding in the woods. The true fox, the one that has real power over you, is the one looking back at you every single morning in the mirror.
And that leaves us with one final thought to take with you. The next time you feel tempted by something that just seems way too good to be true, ask yourself this. Is it really some magical fox offering me a golden illusion? Or is it just my own mind, my own desires, playing tricks on me?